Yesterday, Capitol Police released a list of those arrested in connection with the Capitol breach. Reporters were told Lonnie Coffman from Falkville was arrested. They have since corrected that information, and Lonnie's correct last name is Coffman. And we actually have new information on Coffman tonight. Today, the Department of Justice announced he is one of 13 people being charged in federal court following the riot. Investigators say he had 11 Molotov cocktail explosives and guns in his car. He was also charged with carrying a gun without a license and having an unregistered gun. His detention hearing is scheduled for Tuesday.